Look down at your sneakers right now. If they're chunky, if they're white, if they scream comfort over everything else, I need you to keep watching, because that one choice might be adding 10 years to how people see you before they even look at your face. It's not your feet, it's not your age, it's the shoe. And once you know the fix, you'll never reach for the wrong pair again. Here's what's really at stake. The same outfit, worn by two women, can read a full decade apart based on nothing but the shoe. But there's one trick on this list, trick 3, that almost nobody talks about, and it's the one that makes the single biggest difference of anything we cover today. We'll get there. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to look at your shoe closet in a completely different way. Welcome to Timeless Tresses, where style has no expiration date and looking polished never has to cost a fortune. If that's your kind of channel, hit subscribe. Now let's get your sneaker game working for you instead of against you. Let me tell you what happened not long ago. A woman in her 60s walked into a room wearing almost the exact same outfit as a woman in her 30s. Same pants, same top, same jacket. The only real difference was the shoes. One wore a heavy, bulky sneaker with a thick sock bunched at the ankle. The other wore a slim, clean sneaker in a color that matched her pants. Everyone in that room, without even realizing why, assumed the second woman was younger. That's the power of what we're covering today. It was never about age, it's about details. And once you understand these 5 tricks, you'll never look at a sneaker the same way again. Trick 1. The shoe that's secretly aging you. Let's start with the biggest culprit, and it's probably sitting in your closet right now. Those bulky white sneakers with a thick rubber sole, the ones everyone tells you are so comfortable. I understand why you reach for them. You've been told for years that comfort has to look like this, that a thick sole means real support. Comfort absolutely matters, especially as we get older and our feet genuinely need it. But nobody ever told you that comfort and style aren't opposites. You can have both, and once you know what to look for, you'll never settle for the bulky option again. Here's the mechanism. A thick, raised sole chops your leg line right at the ankle, creating a visible break between your leg and your foot. A squared-off toe adds visual width to the whole foot. Together, that reads as bulk stacked on top of bulk. And it's what tips a shoe from supportive into orthopedic in the eyes of anyone looking at you. The fix is a low-profile sole, thinner, closer to the ground, rather than raised up like a small platform, paired with a slightly rounded or pointed toe instead of a squared one. And color matters just as much as shape. A sneaker that matches your skin tone or blends with your pants creates what stylists call a continuous line, the same way a nude heel elongates the leg, because there's no visual break between your leg and your foot. A soft gray or black does the same trick with darker outfits, creating one long, uninterrupted shape from hip to ground. Here's the do-it-today version, and it costs nothing extra. You're not necessarily spending more money, you're just being more thoughtful about which pair you reach for in the morning. And here's a secret from women who've mastered this look over the years. Buy one pair in a neutral tone, something like beige, tan, or soft gray, and one pair in white. But make sure that white pair has a slim silhouette, not a chunky dad shoe shape. 2 thoughtful pairs will take you further than 5 bulky ones sitting unused in your closet. If you already own a bulky pair and aren't ready to replace it, you can still work around it. Slightly longer pants that cover more of the shoe, or a wide leg style that skims over the bulk, can help minimize how much of that shoe is actually visible. It's not a perfect fix, but it's a smart transition step while you build toward a better collection. Shoe sorted. But what you pair it with matters more than the shoe itself. Trick 2. What you pair it with. Here's something most people get completely backwards. They treat the sneaker as the whole outfit. It's not. It's the finishing touch. I get why the shoe feels like the star. It's usually the newest purchase, the thing you were excited to wear. But what's happening above your ankle is doing more of the work than the shoe ever will. The mechanism, if your pant hem bunches and stacks around the sneaker in folds, that visual bulk adds weight everywhere it touches, and it's one of the most common style mistakes I see. A pant hem should hit right at the top of the shoe, barely grazing it, never pooling on top of it in a bunched mess. The fix is choosing the pairing deliberately. A straight-leg cropped jean hitting right above the ankle with a clean neutral sneaker is one of the most flattering combinations you can wear, and it works on nearly every body type. If you prefer a wider leg, look for one with some structure rather than pure flowy fabric. too much movement around the shoe cancels out the clean line entirely. And here's a detail worth knowing. A sneaker under a soft midi dress can actually read younger than a sandal, because it creates a playful, energetic contrast between something structured and something soft. That combination says confident and current, not trying too hard, and not stuck in the past either. Layering matters here too. If you're wearing a longer cardigan or a duster jacket over your outfit, make sure it doesn't hit at a length that visually competes with your pant hem. You want your eye to travel in one smooth line from your shoulders all the way down to your shoes, without any strange stopping points along the way. Do it today. Stand in front of your mirror and check exactly where your pant hem lands. If it's stacking in folds at your ankle, that's the fix to make before you leave the house tomorrow morning. And now, the trick I promised you at the very start. Trick 3, the sock rule nobody talks about. Here it is. Socks. It sounds almost too simple to matter, but once you start paying attention to this detail, you will see it everywhere. In a good way, and in a bad way. I understand why socks feel like an afterthought. They're the last thing you put on, the part nobody thinks to style. That's exactly why this one gets overlooked more than anything else on the list. Here's a quick story to make it real. I had a client who'd nailed everything. The right jean, the right sneaker, the right jacket, and still felt like something was off in every photo she took. It took me one look down to spot it. A thick sport sock bunched right at her ankle bone, quietly breaking the clean line she'd built everywhere else. The mechanism, a visible sock that bunches at the ankle, draws the eye downward, and breaks up the clean line of the leg, reading as an afterthought rather than a choice. On its own, it seems tiny, but combined with everything else, it can undo the whole outfit you worked so hard to put together. The fix is simple, and it goes one of two ways. Either go for a no-show sock that disappears entirely inside the shoe, giving the illusion you're not wearing a sock at all, or if you need more coverage for comfort, and many of us do, choose a thin ankle sock in a color that matches your pants, so it blends rather than interrupts. If you're going for a sportier, more youthful look on purpose, a crew sock with a subtle stripe or soft color peeking out, paired with a clean sneaker and cropped pants, can actually read as trendy instead of sloppy. The difference between the two comes down to intention. Bunched and forgotten ages you, chosen and visible energizes you. Here's the test you can do right now, even while watching this video. Look down at your feet if you're wearing sneakers. Are your socks slouched down, wrinkled, or falling below your ankle bone? If so, that's the exact detail we're correcting today. Pull them up, smooth them out, or better yet, swap them for a pair that actually fits the shoe you're wearing. One more note worth mentioning. Fabric matters here too. Cotton blend socks with a bit of stretch tend to hold their shape all day, compared to cheap, thin socks that slide down after an hour of walking. Spending just a little more on quality socks is one of the most underrated investments you can make in how put together you look from head to toe. Trick 4. Color is doing more work than you think. Let's talk about color, because this is where a lot of women unknowingly hold themselves back without even realizing it. I understand the instinct to reach for whatever's practical or whatever hides dirt best. Nobody tells you that color is quietly deciding whether your outfit flows or stalls out. The mechanism, dark, heavy, muddy tones on your feet, especially in colors that don't match anything else you own, create what I like to call a visual stop sign. Your eye hits the shoe and just stays there, instead of flowing up naturally through the rest of the outfit. The fix is choosing sneakers in colors that either blend seamlessly with your outfit or offer one small pop that ties back to something else you're wearing, like a scarf, a bag, or a piece of jewelry. If you wear a lot of soft neutrals, a warm white or soft beige sneaker will always work, no matter the season. If you lean toward bolder colors, a single accent tone sneaker, a soft sage green, a dusty blue, can pull your whole outfit together in a way that feels current and intentional rather than random. Think about your existing wardrobe for a moment. If most of your closet is soft neutrals, creams, tans, and warm whites, a matching neutral sneaker will serve you best. If your closet leans toward navy and black, a slim profile black or gray sneaker will blend in beautifully. And if you love a little more color in your life, choosing one signature accent color for your sneakers, something you repeat across a scarf or handbag, creates a sense of cohesion that looks effortlessly styled, even when it only took you 2 minutes to get dressed. And please, if you have a sneaker sitting in your closet that's scuffed, yellowed, or worn thin at the sole, that shoe is doing more damage to your image than any wrinkle ever could. A crisp, clean sneaker, even an affordable one, always reads younger than an expensive but worn-out pair. Keep a magic eraser or a sneaker cleaning cloth by the door and give them a wipe down every week. It takes 2 minutes and makes a bigger difference than people realize. If the sole has yellowed over time, a little baking soda paste or a specialty whitening pen can bring it back to life without needing a whole new pair. Seasonal rotation matters too. Many women make the mistake of wearing the same 1 or 2 pairs of sneakers year-round until they're completely worn out. If you can, keep a rotation of at least 2 or 3 pairs, so each one gets a rest between wears. Shoes that get a break tend to hold their shape and their color much longer than shoes worn every single day without pause. Trick 5. How you stand and walk in them. This last trick has nothing to do with the shoe itself, and it might be the most powerful trick on the entire list, because it costs absolutely nothing, and it works instantly. I know posture feels unrelated to a video about shoes, but it changes how any sneaker on your feet actually reads to the people around you. The mechanism is simple. If you shuffle or walk flat-footed, even the most stylish sneaker looks tired and heavy. But with a slight lift, weight rolling gently from heel to toe, shoulders back, chin level, that same exact sneaker suddenly looks intentional and energetic. It's the same shoe, the same outfit, but a completely different impression. Try this the next time you put your sneakers on. Stand tall. Imagine a string gently pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling. Roll your shoulders back and let them relax down away from your ears. Take a few steps around the room and notice how different that feels compared to your normal walk. You might even notice you feel a little more confident just from that one small adjustment alone. This tiny shift, paired with the right shoe, the right pant length, the right socks, and the right color, is what pulls this entire look together. It's not about buying something expensive. It's about making every small choice work together on purpose, and about carrying yourself in a way that says you know exactly who you are. Putting it all together. 3 outfits you can recreate this week. Let's take everything we've talked about and put it into a few real outfit examples you can actually recreate this week. For a casual daytime look, imagine a soft cream straight-leg cropped jean, paired with a lightweight button-down blouse tucked loosely at the front, a thin no-show sock, and a clean white low-profile sneaker. Add a simple scarf or handbag for a small pop of color, and you have an outfit that looks effortless and current without a single expensive piece involved. For a slightly dressier daytime option, try a soft, flowy midi dress in a solid color, paired with a neutral-toned sneaker that matches your skin tone. This combination is a favorite among stylists because the softness of the dress and the structure of the sneaker create a beautiful contrast. Add a blazer over the top if the weather calls for it, and you instantly look like someone who put thought into her outfit, even if it took 5 minutes to throw together. For cooler weather, a pair of wide-leg trousers with some structure, hitting right at the top of your sneaker, paired with a cashmere sweater and a slim gray or black sneaker, creates a polished silhouette that still feels comfortable and easy to move in all day long. Notice that in every one of these examples, the formula stays the same. Clean shoe, proper pant length, intentional socks, thoughtful color, confident posture. Once you understand the formula, you can apply it to almost anything already sitting in your closet. One more thing worth mentioning, your sneaker choice can shift slightly, depending on the occasion. For running errands or a casual coffee outing, a relaxed sneaker with a slightly sportier sock is perfectly fine, even expected. But for a lunch date, a family gathering, or a day out with friends, leaning toward the slimmer, cleaner silhouette we talked about earlier will always photograph and read better in person. And if you love a bit of sparkle or texture, a sneaker with a subtle metallic accent or a soft suede panel can add elegance without going overboard. The key word is subtle. A little goes a long way, and too much embellishment can quickly tip a youthful shoe back into looking overdone. Here's the principle underneath everything we covered today. None of this is about buying something expensive or chasing a trend that doesn't feel like you. It's about making a few small, deliberate choices work together on purpose. The shoe, the pant length, the sock, the color, the posture, instead of leaving any one of them to chance. Small pieces add up to a big impression, every single time. Style at this stage of life isn't about trying to look like someone you're not. It's about taking the pieces you already understand about yourself, your comfort, your confidence, your taste, and presenting them in a way that reflects exactly how vibrant and capable you already are. Let's recap this in a way you can actually use tomorrow morning. Choose a low-profile sneaker in a color that matches your skin tone or your outfit. Pair it with a pant that hits right at the top of the shoe, not pulling on top of it. Handle your socks with intention, either invisible or deliberately visible, never bunched and forgotten. Keep your sneakers clean and current-looking, because worn-out shoes age you faster than anything else on this list. And finally, remember that how you carry yourself in them matters just as much as the shoe itself. Every one of these has an easy fix, and the difference in how you're perceived and how you feel taking each step is real. You've earned the right to feel confident in every single step you take, without spending a fortune to get there. None of what we covered today requires a closet overhaul or a trip to a store you can't afford. Most of it is sitting in your home already. A sock drawer worth a second look, a pant hem that needs a quick roll, a sneaker that's earned a wipe down instead of a replacement. The women who master this look aren't the ones who spent the most. They're the ones who noticed the small things and decided those small things were worth their attention. And that noticing is really the whole point of this channel. Not chasing trends, not spending beyond your means, just paying attention to the details that quietly do the most work, so the confident, capable woman you already are gets to walk into every room exactly as she is. If this helped you look at your shoe closet a little differently, hit like and subscribe. I've got a lot more of this coming every week. And tell me in the comments, out of these 5 tricks, which one surprised you the most? The sock rule or the walking tip? I read every single one, and I genuinely love seeing which of these lands the hardest for different women.